Seus desejos num toque.
Inside their impeccable facilities, we discovered a large car showroom full of components and new models. But the best lies deep in the heart of tech art. The design department is working on a new bodywork kit for the brand's latest model, the Boxster convertible and the Canal coupe. One of their workers is modifying the piece that will give shape to the rear spoiler. This piece must be perfect, as it will be sent to the manufacturers of the high-quality plastics used in the bodywork kit. Dozens of drawings hang on the walls. One designer's dreams that soon will form part of the tech art catalogue. But you don't achieve great success with just an aerodynamic kit. The key components are the engines, and the mechanics department of tech art is worthy of the prestige of the brand. Some engines leave these workbenches with over 750 horsepower, mechanics capable of exceeding 350 kilometers an hour. Like other great tuners, tech art has an upholstery and interiors department capable of turning any dream into reality. These craftsmen get down to work to produce new finishes, upholster each piece with the finest leathers, and install the audio and multimedia equipment chosen by the most demanding customers. Thomas Beringer, the manager of this tuning firm, tells us some details of the company's philosophy.
Tech Art was founded in 1987. This is almost 20 years ago. We founded with two people in the area of Stuttgart. And from this time on, we did tuning for different brands. And after several times, we could change our mind. And for the spirit of Tech Art is, let's say, we take the name, it's tech as technique and art as design, and we do a combination out of that. So we have a very good skilled technology, and we have a beautiful design. Almost since the beginning, we moved our technology and to train our skills. So for us, it's very important that we can train people, and then we can, let's say, do a kind of development on the racetracks, which we can use for our roads.
This is the latest evolution on the 911 model, recently withdrawn from the market. The Tech Art GT Street, one of the most exclusive and radical cars in the world. On the exterior, Tech Art has installed a large front apron. Particularly striking is the lower lip, which allows the car to grip the road better. The side skirts are also new, and at the back a more efficient spoiler has been fitted. The bodywork has been lowered by over 2 centimeters. The wheels are 19 inches with the center painted black. Through them we can see the new perforated discs. The engine of the 911, customized by Tech Art, reaches 600 horsepower, with new electronics to control the 2 turbos, modifications to the intakes and the exhaust, and exhaustive work on some internal components. The top speed is 334 kilometers an hour, an exceptional figure. This model is completely different. The base of the Tech Art Magnum is the Porsche Cayenne, and it turns this SUV into one of the fastest on the planet. In this version, the V8 engine is increased from 450 to 600 horsepower after passing through the expert hands of Tech Art. The look is very aggressive, with a front apron with large air scoops providing maximum cooling to the engine. The wheel arches are wider and the wheels are 22 inches. It has also been fitted with a new brake system and a suspension program that makes it possible to drive the car much lower. On the inside, it's a true luxury car, with leather, multimedia equipment, navigator, audio, a list of extras that are more than enough to satisfy even the most exclusive customers. If the road permits it, the most aggressive drivers will see something over 300 kilometers an hour on the speedometer. Power, aesthetics, exclusivity and brand image come together in models produced by Tech Art, one of the most important dream factories on the planet. This is the Opel Astra that we've completely modified before entering our garage. Its first customization already made this a very complete car, with spectacular changes to the bodywork and an interior and audio equipment to match. With a customization at that level, for many fans it would be unthinkable to return to the workshop, but not for the tuners who know no limits. If carrying out a project in a standard car is complicated, then transforming a customized car is doubly difficult. The result could be worse than the previous model. But that was no obstacle for the subject of this report. So it's time to start the customization, as we've seen in previous programs. Dismantling the interior is the first step before turning this car into a completely different machine. In the tuner's mind, there is one aim: to turn it into the first Astra pickup in the world. So it's down to work, and the entire roof is marked for cutting. Say goodbye to most of the bodywork. This is a critical moment. One mistake, and the car could end up in the scrapyard. The operation was a success, and the car now has a new shape. It's time for the next steps in this customization. Hundreds of rods and pieces are being attached to create a more rigid rear part. Part of the hatch has been put back in place, and the car is getting ready to comply with all safety regulations. Could this model become a new star in the world of tuning? Let's see the result. The car is completely different from its previous incarnation. Spoked wheels, new paintwork, and an absolutely sensational rear. Thousands of hours of work lie behind the spectacular appearance of this model. The interior has been converted into an intimate place for just 2 passengers, but full of custom-type details. The cargo box is lined with wood and has a very special airbrush design, a dedication to the Californian tuner Jesse James. The car boasts the latest advances and trends in tuning. Pneumatic suspension, 18-inch spoked wheels, and a marked custom style inspired by the beach culture of the western coast of the United States. The paintwork is another key part of the change. The cream color highlights the purity of the lines of the new model, combined with a side that imitates wood, the classic decoration of California-style cars. The transformation is spectacular. Almost 2 months' work carried out with great professionalism and quality to achieve this result. The world of tuning is full of great feats, and this one, which we have witnessed step by step, demonstrates just how far custom tuners can go, to places no one else dares to venture, turning each model into a unique work of art on wheels. We're in Italy, the country that invented pasta, pizza, and the most exclusive fashion. They also have an incredible passion for high-performance cars. And as not everyone can buy a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, there are many high-performance car tuners throughout the country. We're going to the outskirts of Milan to discover Romeo Ferraris, one of the tuners of reference in the world of Italian high performances.
Amici di Tuningmania, benvenuti a Milano da Romeo Ferraris.
At these facilities, every year they prepare hundreds of vehicles with an enormous workshop dedicated to the maintenance of classics, the preparation of competition cars, and improving all kinds of sports cars. Mario Ferraris is the son of the founder of this empire, Romeo Ferraris. While his father is an expert mechanic, the second generation of this very special name has specialized in the world of electronics applied to motor vehicles. Mario himself tells us about the qualities of this tuning firm.
The company made some electronic modification for the standard cars. We do something about the race like the 360 this year. And after we modify all the kind of suspension, electronic system, the engine and the brakes of the car. We do the completely car.
In their facilities, we locate the car that Romeo Ferraris has prepared for our test. It's a Mini, to which they're just putting the last touches before going out onto the road to check its potential. Though the Mini is a very powerful, fast model, users find that the engine doesn't have sufficient power, so many of them decide to soup up the mechanics. That's what they've done at Romeo Ferraris, changing many external components, but without touching the inside of the engine.
This is our last project. It's the Mini Cooper S with 160 horsepower original. We modified all the system of the exhaust system, with a very special one, and the pulley of the compressor and the electronic system. Now we have 224 horsepower, and now we have to modify also the brakes and the suspension for have more handling in the track.
The rear exhaust is of the Italian Super Sprint brand, made of stainless steel and capable of achieving more power thanks to a bigger tube and larger silencers and catalyzer. The intake pipes have also been changed, and all the software of the mechanics, with new management of the injection and the blowing of the compressor of the mechanics. These are not the only changes. As Mario told us, the chassis is different, with very low springs and slightly harder dampers to eliminate the sliding suffered by front wheels on many more powerful Minis. The brakes have also been modified with a front kit of the Brembo brand, perfect to stop the car a few meters before necessary. Mario takes us along some of his favorite roads.
Okay, now we are going to test the Mini Cooper S.
The area around Milan is the perfect place to test out the acceleration and the power of this little machine. At the steering wheel, Mario shows us the recovery capacity that has been achieved on this Mini. The engine brilliantly increases its speed and gives much more thrust than the original model. It's a very different car to drive, easier to drive fast. Performances, power, agility, and guarantee are the main parameters of this customization. Romeo Ferraris is dedicated to improving the mechanics of cars. They're not so interested in the looks, but each car that enters their facilities leaves with more efficient mechanics with better performances. The basis of high-range tuning throughout the world.